I'm conducting a choir of empty chairs, and the ghosts of the things that we said. It's a rhythm of silence and localized scares, a concerto for the living and dead. The strings are all frayed and the brass is all cold, and the woodwinds are gasping for air. It's the same old story that's always been told by a heart that's beyond all repair. It's a bittersweet symphony of loss, counting the gain while I'm paying the cost. A beautiful melody, jagged and sharp, played on the strings of a broken down heart. The high notes of longing, the low notes of pain, a masterpiece written in graphite and rain. Oh, it's a bittersweet symphony of loss, and I'm just a bridge you decided to cross. There's a grace in the way that a tragedy falls, in the minor key hum of these four hollow walls. I'm finding the beauty and bleeding out blue in the symphony I started when I finished with you. It's grand and it's sweepingly tragic and white, with nowhere for a lonely conductor to hide. The applause is the sound of the wind in the eaves, and the rustle of all of these dead autumn leaves. Bring up the lights, let the curtain descend. I've reached the final amen at the end. The music was lovely, the music was cruel, and I was the player and I was the fool. It's a bittersweet symphony of loss, counting the gain while I'm paying the cost. A beautiful melody, jagged and sharp, played on the strings of a broken down heart. The high notes are long and the low notes are pain, a masterpiece written in graphite and rain. Oh, it's a bittersweet symphony of loss, and I'm just a bridge you decided to cross. One final bow in the dark of the hall. The silence is the loudest music of all. Bittersweet and broken, the last word is spoken. Symphony of loss. I'm staring at the hollow side of the bed, tracing all the words that we left unsaid. The coffee's getting cold just like your touch. I never thought that loving you could hurt this much. You were the sky I used to drift within. Now I'm just a shadow on the floor again. How do you fly with broken wings? How do you face what tomorrow brings? I'm reaching for the air where you used to be, but gravity is all that's left of me. The higher we climb, the harder the fall. Now I'm just a heartbeat behind a stone wall, left in the dark. roads, but I blur the lines, searching for the moment we missed the signs. Was it a slow fade or a sudden break? How many pieces of me did you take? I'm grounded in the silence of this empty room, while the garden we planted forgets how to bloom. Left in the dust of the beautiful things, trying to fly with these broken wings. They say time heals, but time just stands still, watching me climb this impossible hill. I give up the sun just to feel the rain. If it meant I could hold you and lose all this pain. So they say, but my wings are still miles away. Broken wings, just broken wings. I thought the end would be a tidal wave, a roaring sea to carry me away. Something vast and deep enough to save the dignity of all I had to say. But the water's only inches off the floor, and I'm tangled in the weeds beside the dock. I'm gasping right beside the open door, staring at the ticking of the clock. And I'm drowning in the shallows tonight, where the edges are sharp and the sun is too bright. I'm reaching for a depth that isn't there, just gasping for a mouthful of the air. It's not a grand tragedy, it's not a deep blue, it's just a pathetic way I'm missing you. Caught in the ripples, losing my light, drowning in the shallows tonight. I'm tripping over things I should have moved, like your old boots or that cracked coffee cup. Every little ghost has been approved to keep me down when I should be getting up. It's a puddle, it's a basin, it's a sink, but it's enough to make my spirit start to blink. I'm suffocating on the smallest things, like the weight of 2 silver-plated rings. Give me an ocean, give me a storm, something to make this heartbreak feel warm. But I'm just face down in a half-inch of rain, embarrassed by the scale of all this pain. Yeah, I'm drowning in the shallows tonight, where the shallows tonight, so close to the shore, but I can't find the door. Just a hand in the dirt, just a shallow water hurt, going under, going down, in a town where nobody drowns. The shallows, drowning in the shallows. I'm tracing circles on the coffee tabletop where the rings of your mug used to be. I'm waiting for the spinning of the world to stop so I can find a way to just be me. I opened up the closet and a cloud hit the floor. The smell of your cologne and the rain. I don't wanna sweep it out the kitchen door, 'cause it's all that's left to balance out the pain. It's just dust and memories in every single room. A little bit of light and a whole lot of gloom. I'm breathing in the past with every heavy breath, watching as the earth faces a slow and quiet death. I try to hold the pieces, but they crumble in my hand, like a castle made of nothing but a shifting pile of sand. Just dust and memories. The sunlight hits the air and I see you dancing there, in the particles that flicker in the heat. A ghost in the hallway, a ghost on the stair, a phantom in the sheets where we used to meet. I used to think that solid was the way a love should feel, something made of iron and of stone. But now I'm learning that the only thing that's real is the stuff that leaves you standing here alone. I'm afraid to move the furniture, afraid to move the air, afraid that if I do, you won't be anywhere. Just a settling of gray on a shelf of old books, losing all the meaning and the way the story looks. It's just dust and memories in every single room. A little bit of light and a whole lot of gloom. I'm breathing in the past with every heavy breath, watching as the earth faces a slow and quiet death. I try to hold the pieces, but they crumble in my hand, like a castle made of nothing but a shifting pile of sand. Just dust and memories. Don't sneeze, don't blink, don't give yourself the time to think. Settle in now, it's quiet now. Just the particles, just the past. Dust, nothing ever lasts. Went to the market where the air smells like cedar, and for a second the world felt almost right. But then someone called out for a friend or a leader, familiar sound cut through the light. It wasn't for you, it was just a coincidence. A stranger turning the corner in the crowd, but my heart hit the floor in a moment of helplessness as that single word rang out way too loud. Now I'm living in the echoes of a name, a sound that used to feel like home, but now it feels like blame. It's bouncing off the brickwork, it's whispering in the halls. It's the only ghost that answers when the winter darkness falls. I try to wash the syllables right out of my head, but they're written in the silence, in the space across the bed. Just the echoes of a name that will never be the same. I found myself starting to say it to the kitchen, to the shadows on the wall and the steam from the tea. Like an old habit, a twitch or an itching for a version of you that still belongs to me. But the letters feel heavy like stones in my mouth, dragging my spirit further to the south. It's a 5-letter prayer that no one is hearing, a hollow point bullet that I'm still fearing. If I say it enough, will the power just break? Will the syllables soften for my insanity's sake? Or will I just keep hearing the ghost of the sound until I'm just a memory buried in the ground? Bouncing off the brickwork, it's whispering in the halls. It's the only ghost that answers when the winter darkness falls. I try to wash the syllables right out of my head, but they're written in the silence, in the space across the bed. Just the echoes of a name that will never be the same. Hush now, don't say it again. It's just a vibration, it's just a dead end. One breath, one word, the loudest thing I've ever heard. Echoes, the echoes of your name. Pulling on the jeans I wore that night, the ones with the frayed hems and the bleach-stained knee. They still hold the shape of when things were right, and you were still leaning your weight into me. I reach for my keys and I find a receipt from a diner in Vegas or a shop in the rain, a crumpled reminder of something so sweet that's now just a catalyst for all of this pain. It's just faded denim and saltwater tears, the uniform I've worn through these hollowed out years. The indigo's washing away in the light, just like the promises we whispered that night. I'm threadbare and weary, about the scent of your skin, but it's woven too deep in the fibers and grit. Like every mistake and every might have been is a permanent stitch, and I can't unknit it. I'm patches and holes in a rough edge heart, wearing the damage of falling apart. I look like a person who's ready to go, but the weight of this denim is pulling me low. They say that things get softer with time, that the rough edges rounding the mountain becomes a climb. But I'm just getting thinner, I'm starting to transluce and trying to find a way to be useful and human in my faded denim and saltwater tears. The uniform I've worn through these hollowed out years. The indigo's washing away in the light, just like the promises we whispered that night. I'm threadbare and weary, I'm worn at the seams, wrapped in the fabric of dying dreams. Just faded denim and tears. Wash them again, but the stain stays the same. The color of a sky that forgot its own name. Just cotton and grief, just a moment of brief. Blue faded denim and tears. Fading into the gray. The colors are the first thing that I start to lose. The yellow of your dress, the electric of your shoes. The sky is losing interest in its own brilliant blue, and the green has left the garden where I used to talk to you. It's not a sudden blackout, it's not a total dark, it's just the slow retreat of every single spark. I'm standing in the hallway and I'm looking at my hands, watching how the vivid world just slowly disbands. And I'm fading into the gray, little by little, finding that the middle is jagged and brittle. No more black and white, no more right or wrong, just a muted version of a once vibrant song. The edges are softening, the contrast is low, and I'm losing the glow. The only world I know just washing away, fading into the gray. Your memory is a photograph left out in the sun, losing all the detail until the work is done. I can't quite remember the fire in your eyes, or the way the dawn looked when it broke across the skies. It's a fog in the living room, a mist in the brain. Dullness is the only thing that's helping with the pain. If I can't see the red, then I can't feel the burn. It's a lesson in the shadows I am forced to learn. Is it better to be empty or to be the shade of none? To be the ghost of a person whose day is finally done. I'm a charcoal sketch in a world of oil and gold, a story that's getting too blurry to be told. And I'm fading into the gray, little by little, finding that the middle is jagged and brittle. No more black and white, no more right or fading into the gray. No more shadows, no more light, just the middle of the night. Silver ash, the end of the flash. Gray, just gray. The sun is sinking lower than it's ever been before, casting long thin shadows through the cracks beneath the door. I used to chase the morning, I used to hold the gold, but the warmth is getting brittle and the air is getting cold. I'm reaching for the embers, trying to catch a spark, but I'm losing the battle to the coming of the dark. I'm watching the fading light, losing my grip on the edge of the night. Every color's turning into shades of gray as the best of us just whispers and wanders away. Don't let the stars find me standing here alone with a heart that's turned to heavy, cool and stone. Hold on to the glow, hold on with all your might before we're swallowed by the fading light. There's a flicker in the hallway, dimming in your eyes. The end of the season, the end of the skies. We're burning out like candles in a winter draft, looking for the anchor, looking for the raft. But the horizon is a blur and the vision is a ghost. Right when I feel I'm finally losing what I love the most. It's not a sudden blackout, it's not a violent end. It's just the slow surrender of a lover and a friend. A quiet slide to nothing, a softening of the glare, until I'm reaching out for someone who's no longer there. I'm watching the fading light, losing my grip on the edge of the night. Every color's turning into shades of gray as the best of us just whispers and wanders away. Don't let the stars find me standing here alone with a heart that's turned to heavy, cool and stone. Hold on to the glow, hold on with all your might before we're swallowed by the fading light. It's getting dark now, I can't see the way. Just a little more time, just a little more stay. The light is fading. I'm looking at the instrument sitting in the corner, the one we used to play until the strings felt warm. Now I'm just a witness, a silent kind of mourner, watching how the wood begins to weather in the storm. I tried to tune the tension to find that perfect middle, but the bridge is leaning heavy and the neck is starting to bow. Love was like a symphony, or maybe just a riddle that I'm finally admitting I don't need to know. And I'm watching as the heartstrings come untied, one by one they're snapping on the inside. There's no more melody, no more sweet refrain, just the sound of wire humming in the rain. I'm letting go of the friction and the pull. The hollow space is finally getting full of a quiet kind of freedom I've been denied, now that the heartstrings are untied. It doesn't hurt as much as I thought it would feel to let the ends go fraying and to break the seal. I spent so long trying to keep the harmony tight, but I was just a ghost fighting a losing fight. The nights were made of promises we couldn't keep, tangled in the hours when we couldn't sleep. Now they're just loose threads drifting on the floor, and I don't have to play that song anymore. The silence isn't empty, it's just a different key, a way of finally learning how to just be me, without the constant vibration of your name, without the burning pressure of the same old flame. And watching as the heartstrings come untied, one by one they're snapping on the inside. There's no more melody, no more sweet refrain, just the sound of wire humming in the rain. I'm letting go of the friction and the pull. The hollow space is finally getting full of a quiet kind of freedom I've been denied, now that the heartstrings are untied. No more tension, no more tune. The sun is coming up to replace the moon. Just a thread, just a sigh, letting the music finally die. Untied heartstrings, untied. I took a cloth to the smudge on the glass where you used to lean as the seasons would pass. But the harder I scrub, the clearer I see that you're woven into the upholstery, the dent in the cushion, the scratch on the floor, the way that the wind always catches the door. I'm trying to sanitize every square inch, but I feel the sting in every sharp pinch. I'm trying to go without leaving a trace, to wipe every shadow of us from this place. But your ghost is a footprint in the fresh falling snow, and your scent is a secret that won't let me go. I'm packing the boxes and clearing the shelf, but I'm leaving behind a piece of myself, caught in the corners, a ghost of a grace, forever leaving a trace. painted the bedroom a different shade to cover the marks that our memories made. But the blue's bleeding through the titanium white, like a neon sign pulsing in the middle of the night. I emptied the drawers and I vacuumed the rug, but I still feel the pull and I still feel the tug of a hair on the pillow, a ring on the wood. I'd vanish completely if I only could. They say that we're made of the people we've loved, a constellation of spirits below and above. So how can I exit and stay in one piece? When will the echoing finally cease? I'm trying to go without leaving a trace, to wipe every shadow of us from this place. But your ghost is a footprint in the fresh falling snow, and your scent is a secret that won't let me go. I'm packing the boxes and clearing the shelf, but I'm leaving behind a piece of myself, caught in the corners, a ghost of a grace, forever leaving a trace, a fingerprint, a hollow song, deep in the roots of the frozen ground. You're still here, I'm still there, hanging like dust in the morning air. A trace, just a trace. I saw the neon flickering above the basement door, a sanctuary for the souls who can't take anymore. I pay my dues in teardrops and I check my pride at the gate, joining all the others who were left behind by fate. There's a vintage record playing, skipping on a jagged line. A room full of strangers all pretending that they're fine. We don't talk about the always or the forever that we lost. We just sit here in the shadows and we calculate the cost. Welcome to the Lonely Hearts Club, where the music's always low, and everybody's got a story that they're dying to let go. We're the kings of the discarded, the queens of the goodbye, sharing the same heavy air beneath the windowless sky. No one's looking for a lover, no one's looking for a spark. We're just huddling together in the middle of the dark at the Lonely Hearts Club. The bartender's a poet who ran out of things to say. He pours a drink for every dream that withered on the way. There's a girl in the corner with your name upon her wrist, and a man who's still haunted by a ghost he never kissed. We're a gallery of bruises, a museum of the ache, a collective of the spirits that you finally managed to break. But there's a comfort in the numbers, a mercy in the crowd, where you don't have to speak the words to have them ring out loud. We don't need a membership, we don't need a sign, we just recognize the rhythm of a heart that's out of time. It's the only place in town where you can truly be alone, in a room full of people who have never felt at home. Welcome to the Lonely Hearts Club, where the music's always low, and everybody's got a story that they're dying to let go. We're the kings of the discarded, the queens of the goodbye, sharing the same heavy air beneath the windowless sky. No one's looking for a lover, no one's looking for a spark. We're just huddling together in the middle of the dark at the Lonely Hearts Club. Last call for the broken, every word has been spoken. Turn the sign to the wall, we're just waiting for the fall. Lonely Hearts Club. Lonely Hearts. I'm down in the cellar with a box of old matches, striking the sofa against the damp stone. The darkness is thick and it comes in long patches, reminding me why I'm down here alone. I'm looking for something that hasn't turned cold, the flicker of fire in the belly of the beast. I'm tired of the gray and I'm tired of the old. I'm looking for the sun to come up in the east, and I'm searching for a spark in the middle of the rain, a reason to move past the localized pain. Just one little glimmer, a pinhole of light to tear through the fabric of this permanent night. My hands are all shaking, my spirit is thin, but I'm desperate to let a little warmth back in. I'm down on my knees in the dark, in the dark, just searching for a spark. Just searching for a spark. Is it hidden in a song or a stranger's passing glance? Is it buried in the ashes of a forgotten dance? I've been a professional at blowing things out, at fueling the shadows and feeding the doubt. But the silence is heavy and the winter is long, and I'm starting to forget how to even be strong. So I'm rubbing the flint and I'm holding my breath, waiting for a sign of life after this death. It doesn't have to be a wildfire, doesn't have to be a sun, just a tiny little diamond when the day is finally done. A signal in the distance, a lighthouse on the shore to tell me I don't have to be afraid anymore. Yeah, I'm searching for a spark in the middle of the rain, a reason to move past the localized pain. Just one little glimmer, a pinhole of light to tear through the fabric of this permanent night. My hands are all shaking, my spirit is thin, but I'm desperate to let a little warmth back in. I'm down on my knees in the dark, just searching for a spark. One strike, two strikes, waiting for the glow. Something's gotta give, somewhere left to go. Just a flicker, just a flame, something that doesn't know your name. A spark, searching for a spark. Shattered glass, the silence in the hallway is a jagged edge. I'm walking on the remains of every promise pledged. One wrong word, a heavy hand of fate, and the home we built couldn't bear the weight. I see my reflection in 1,000 tiny shards, each one a memory discarded in the yard. Now I'm dancing on shattered glass, watching the ghost of our futures pass. You can't glue back the light once it's hit the floor. We aren't the people we were before. Every step I take leaves a crimson stain, a beautiful mosaic of all this hidden pain. It's sharp and it's cold and it's cutting fast. Life in the ruins of shattered glass. Shattered glass. I try to pick the pieces up to see your face, but the jagged edges just won't find their place. I remember the glow, the way the sun would hit the window to our world and every part of it. Now it's just a pile of what used to be, and I'm scared to move 'cause it's burying me. Sweep it under the rug, pretend it's not there, but the crunch underfoot is more than I can bear. You broke the frame, you broke the view, and now I'm bleeding out from the thought of you. Now I'm dancing on shattered glass, watching the ghost of our futures pass. You can't glue back the light once it's hit the floor. We aren't the people we were before. Every step I take leaves a crimson stain, a beautiful mosaic of all this hidden pain. It's sharp and it's cold and it's cutting fast. Life in the ruins of shattered glass. Don't look back, the glitter is a lie, just a million ways to say goodbye. Careful where you walk, it's all just shattered glass. Shattered glass. Shattered glass. Silent screams. I'm screaming at the ceiling, but I don't make a sound. Just a heavy kind of quiet, pulling me to the ground. I've got a throat full of fire and a heart full of soot, like a door that's been slammed with a heavy iron foot. The neighbors think I'm peaceful, they think I'm doing fine, but there's a riot in my chest, crossing every line. Can you hear my silent screams, tearing through the fabric of my darkest dreams? It's a hollow kind of thunder, a wordless kind of ache. How much of this pressure can one spirit take? The world keeps on turning while I'm frozen in the grave, shouting at the ghosts who won't ever go away. Nobody hears the static in the seams, just the echoes of my silent screams. Silent screams. Ooh. okay in the practice smile, but I've been drowning in the shallows for a long, long while. Every how you doing is a salt rubbing the soul, when the answer is a secret that I can't control. I'm a burning building with the windows boarded tight, lighting up the inside in the middle of the night. If I let it out, would the walls just cave in? Would the sky turn black? Where would I begin? I'm a storm in a bottle, I'm a wolf in a cage, turning white hot silence into a quiet kind of rage. Can you hear my silent screams tearing through the fabric of my darkest dreams? It's a hollow kind of thunder, a wordless kind of ache. How much of this pressure can one spirit take? The world keeps on turning while I'm frozen in the grave, shouting at the ghosts who won't ever go away. Nobody hears the static in the seams, just the echoes of my silent screams. Listen close, can you hear it? The sound of everything I can't say, just silent screams, silent screams, silent screams. Just static. I'm turning the dial on the old bedside radio, trying to find a frequency that sounds like your voice, but it's all white noise in a low fidelity show. 1,000 empty stations and a hollow choice. I close my eyes and I'm back in the kitchen, but your face is a blur like a bad reception. The signal is breaking, the picture is twitching, leaving me trapped in a digital deception. Now I'm just living in static dreams, when nothing's ever as clear as it seems. I'm reaching for shadows that flicker and fade, in the ghost of a garden that we once made. The snow on the screen is the only thing real, numbing the parts that I'm forced to feel. Just a grayscale heart and a muffled scream in these static dreams. In these static dreams. Sometimes I hear the phantom ring of the phone, or the click of a latch that was never turned. But I'm just a signal drifting alone through the ashes of bridges we've already burned. I'm dreaming in pixels, I'm waking in gray, watching the color just bleed away, like a tape that's been played 1,000,000 times until the music is lost in the hum of the lines. Is there a message in the middle of the hiss, a final I love you or a long lost kiss? Or am I just tuned to a dead air sky, waiting for an answer to a permanent why? Yeah, I'm just living in static dreams, when nothing's ever as clear as it seems. I'm reaching for shadows that flicker and fade, in the ghost of a garden that we once made. The snow on the screen is the only thing real, numbing the parts that I am forced to feel. Just a grayscale heart and a muffled scream peace the way it was, static, just static. The neighbor's sprinklers are hitting the pavement. The kids are all screaming and chasing the heat. But I'm in the kitchen, a prisoner of pavement, with the frost on my breath and ice on my feet. The calendar says it's the peak of the summer. The radio's humming about 4th of July. But I'm shivering under a heavy wool comforter, watching the fireworks burn in the sky. And it's the coldest July I've ever been through since the sun went away when I lost you. The mercury's rising, the asphalt is burning, but the core of my world has stopped its turning. I'm a midsummer blizzard, a freak of the storm, in a world where everyone else is so warm. Yeah, it's the coldest July, and I don't know why. I see the couples with cones at the corner, melting together in the afternoon glow. But I'm just a witness, a ghost and a mourner, trapped in a season of silence and snow. The grass is so green it looks like a lie, while I'm turning blue under a white hot sky. There's no shade in the city that feels like enough to hide from the memory of all of our stuff. Put the top down, drive to the lake, but I'm carrying a winter that I can't shake. The water is sapphire, the sand is a gold, but everything I touch is bitter and cold. Yeah, it's the coldest July I've ever been through since the sun went away when I lost you. The mercury's rising, the asphalt is burning, but the core of my world has stopped its turning. I'm a midsummer blizzard, a freak of the storm, in a world where everyone else is so warm. Yeah, it's the coldest July, and I don't know why. 99 degrees, and I'm starting to freeze. The longest day and you're still away. Just winter in the middle of the light, the coldest July. Good night. I'm standing where the pavement just falls into blue, the last stop for the restless and the broken like you. The map in my pocket is a blank piece of white, and the sun slipping down like a coin in the night. I look for a sign or a fence or a gate, but there's nothing but gravity and a long walk with fate. The salt's in my lungs and the wind's in my hair, and for the first time in years I'm not running scared. I finally reached the edge of the world, where the flags of my failures are finally furled. No more where are we going, oh what did I do? Just a wide open nothing to separate us two. I'm leaning out far where the horizon is curled. standing right here on the edge of the world. There's no one behind me and nowhere to go, just the rhythm of waves and the status of no. I think about throwing your keys in the deep, letting the secrets finally go to their sleep. The seagulls are screaming a lonely goodbye as the purple is bleeding all over the sky. It's a beautiful place to admit that I'm lost, to look at the view and to count up the cost. One more step and the falling begins, but I'm staying right here while the universe spins, just to see how it feels to have nothing ahead but the stars and the silence and the things we never said. I finally reached the edge of the world, where the flags of my failures are finally furled. No more where are we going, what did I do? Just a wide open nothing to separate us two. I'm leaning out far where the horizon is curled, standing right here on the edge of the world. I'm standing with my hand upon the cold brass knob. The silence in the kitchen has a heavy, steady throb. I've said it in the hallway, I've said it to the rain, I've whispered it to pillows just to dampen out the pain. But this one isn't practice, and this one isn't a plea. It's the final iron curtain falling down on you and me. I'm not looking for a reason, and I'm not looking for a fight. I'm just looking for the courage to walk out into the night. And this is the last goodbye, the one that finally sticks, the end of all the magic and the hollow birthday tricks. No more see you later, no more call me when you're home. Just the static on the wires and the freedom of the roam. I'm breathing out the memory, I'm letting out a sigh as I give myself permission for the last goodbye. The echoes of our voices are finally settling down, like the dust upon the theater in a lonely, empty town. I'm leaving you the shadows, and I'm leaving you the keys. I'm leaving all the what ifs to the shaking of the trees. You won't find me in the review, you won't find me in the mail. grace to finally be a stranger to your name and to your face. It's the hardest word to finish, it's the longest road to walk, but I'm tired of the circles and I'm tired of the talk. The ink is finally dried up on the paper thin of us, and I'm leaving all the wreckage in a cloud of silver dust. Yeah, this is the last goodbye, the one that finally sticks, the end of all the magic and the hollow birthday tricks. No more see you later, no more call me when you're home. Just the static on the wires and the freedom of the roam. I'm breathing out the memory, I'm letting out a sigh as I give myself permission for the last goodbye. Close the door, don't look back, the world is turning. White from black, one step, one breath, the end of the dead. Goodbye, the last goodbye. I took the exit that I used to ignore, the one that winds past the creek in the mill. 'Cause I can't face the shadow at my front door, and the way the hallway feels so deathly still. I'm counting the fence posts and the leaning barns, watching the headlights sweep over the wheat, tying my grief into knots and yarns to keep the engine humming a rhythm and beat. I'm taking the long way home tonight, stretching out the dark and avoiding the light. I'm not ready for the keys to turn in the lock, or the heavy steady ticking of the kitchen clock. Every extra mile is a minute I'm free from the version of myself you left here with me. Just the road and the radio and the great unknown, taking the long way home. The city is a glow in the rearview glass, a burning reminder of the bridges I've crossed. I watch the miles and the memories pass, calculating everything that I've lost. I know where I'm going, I know where it ends, in a quiet room with a ghost for a friend. But as long as I'm moving, I'm not really there. I'm just a drifter in the midnight air. Gas is getting low and the coffee is cold, but I've got a dozen more stories to be told before I have to park in the gravel and grit and find the courage to finally sit with the silence. Yeah, I'm taking the long way home tonight, stretching out the dark and avoiding the light. I'm not ready for the keys to turn in the lock, or the heavy steady ticking of the kitchen clock. Every extra mile is a minute I'm free from the version of myself you left here with me. Just the road and the radio and the great unknown, taking the long way home. Turn the corner, slow the pace, one more lap around this place. A few more miles, a few more sighs before the moon leaves the sky. of a crowded room, but it feels like a cathedral or a hollow tomb. There's a space in my center where the light used to go, a deep dark hunger that refuses to grow. I feed it with distractions, I feed it with the noise, but it swallows up the memories and it swallows up the joys. It's the void inside, an endless night, a gravity that's pulling up the last of the light. I'm reaching for a bottom that I'll never find, leaving every version of myself behind. No matter what I pour in, it never hits the floor. Just a wide open window and a locking door. I'm a shell of a man with nowhere to hide from the hollowed out hunger of the void inside. You could shout into the canyon and wait for the sound, but nothing ever echoes when there's no one around. I feel the wind blowing right through my chest, like a ghost in a ribcage that can't find a rest. It's not quite a sadness, it's not quite a pain, it's just the cold realization that nothing remains. They say fill it up with purpose, fill it up with grace, but how do you plant a garden in outer space? There's no oxygen here, there's no ground for the seed, just the infinite blackness of everything I need. It's the void inside, an endless night, a gravity that's pulling out the last of the light. I'm reaching for a bottom that I'll never find, leaving every version of myself behind. No matter what I pour in, it never hits the floor. Just a wide open window and a locking door. I'm a shell of a man with nowhere to hide from the hollowed out hunger of the void inside. Staring at the zero, watching it grow. Everything I am and everything I know, lost in the void, just the void inside. I thought they were light, just a breeze in the hall. I'll stay in forever and give you my all. But now that you're gone, they've turned into lead, 1,000-ton anchor inside of my head. I'm dragging them through every room in this house, while the shadows are quiet and still as a mouse. I tried to sweep them under the rug for a while, but I can't even lift them to mimic a smile. Oh, the weight of your words is crushing my chest. They're the stone in my pocket, the ghost in my rest. You threw them out like they were nothing but air, but I'm the one left with the burden to bear. Each always and never is a mountain to climb, a heavy set dead in the ledger of time. I'm sinking down deep, I'm losing the birds under the weight of your words. You signed them in ink on the back of my hand. Now the scars that I'm trying to understand. You're my only rattling loud in the rhythm of rain. I wanna be light, I wanna be free, but your vocabulary is drowning me. How can four little letters like love and goodbye take up all of the space in the mid-morning sky? If I could unhear them, if I could forget, maybe I wouldn't be hollowed out yet. But they're etched in the bone, they're woven in skin. The heaviest things are the ones from within. Yeah, the weight of your words is crushing my chest. They're the stone in my pocket, the ghost in my rest. You threw them out like they were nothing but air, but I'm the one left with the burden to bear. Each always and never is a mountain to climb, a heavy set dead in the ledger of time. I'm sinking down deep, I'm losing the birds under the weight of your words. Drop the I, drop the you, drop the things we swore were true. One by one, let them fall until there's nothing left at all to weigh the heavy weight of your words. I knelt on the floor till my knees turned to stone, sending my heart to a celestial zone. I begged for a reason, a sign, or a spark to guide me away from this house in the dark. I asked for the strength to just make you stay, to turn back the clock to a different day. But the heavens are heavy like iron and lead, and the silence is all that I get back instead. They're just unanswered prayers falling like rain into the cracks of this localized pain. I'm screaming at ceilings that don't have a soul, trying to fix what I can't control. The candles are burning, the incense is high, but there's nobody listening up in the sky. Just a mountain of unanswered prayers and a long way to fly. I wish for the coldness to leave from my bones, for a heart that wasn't a collection of stones. I prayed for the memory of you to just dim like a light on the water out on the rim. But every please and every why just hits the horizon and starts to die. It's a one-way connection, a broken down line between your departure and what's left of mine. Maybe the answer is simply the no. The hardest lesson in letting you go, that some things are broken beyond any mend, and some praise are echoes that have no end. They just unanswered prayers falling like rain into the cracks of this localized pain. to death, unanswered, always unanswered.